Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me, and ultimately thank you so much for gracing your presence here on my channel. I truly appreciate you stopping by and choosing me to be your entertainment for today. Alright, so let's get into it. The things or what I'm not used to now being a loose natural. Now, Garrett, I have been natural for majority of my life, so 11 plus years, but I've had so many different hairstyles over the course of the years, going from braids to wigs to weaves to locks, and now that I'm back in my loose natural stage, there's just certain things that I'm getting used to or getting accustomed to, and first and foremost that would be wash and goes, okay? Because usually when I first did my big chop, I wasn't all that interested in wash and goes because I just couldn't get the technique down. Number one thing is, don't get discouraged by what anyone else tells you, because if it doesn't work for somebody else, that doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. I watched this natural on YouTube who basically says she doesn't do wash and goes because it dries out her hair. It's, you know, she's type 4 and this and that. And so it kind of discouraged me not to do them, because I was like, well, I have type 4 hair, so it's probably going to do the same thing. It's probably going to cause the same amount of damage that it caused to her hair, yada, yada, yada. When it's really not true if you have not tried it out for yourself. Most importantly, try things out for yourself to see if it works for you. Don't let anybody stop you from progressing in life or progressing in your natural hair journey, okay? So wash and goes are my thing now. I like them. I like doing them. They're very healthy for my hair. They're, of course, I may be doing my hair every day or every 2 days, but I like doing them because I like seeing my curl pattern form. I like seeing the wave of my texture. I like feeling the moisture that it gives, of course, and it all depends on the products that you're using. And that brings me to my next point is, I have finally figured out what works for my hair. And how I know this is literally trial and error. It took so much time, so many products, so much money spent on different things to know what works for my hair. And sometimes you have to literally give yourself a break and start simple and start based off of things that make sense, okay? However, once you learn and you become skillful and knowledgeable about your hair, everything else seems so much easier. Styling, moisturizing, shampooing, deep conditioning, detangling, everything just falls in line. And that's just honestly figuring out what works for you and sticking with that routine once you find your good regimen. When I was locked, I didn't have so much worry about dead hair or shed hair, because basically those dead hairs, those shed hairs would just wrap into each other, lock into one strand. And that was my lock, that was my hair. So I didn't have to worry about any excess shedding that would happen over the course of my journey. Now that I'm a loose natural, I do have shed hairs, I do have dead hairs that tend to come out each day, and I have to get used to that, and I'm getting used to that and learning that that's part of the healthiest state that it can be in, is when it's losing those dead hairs that are no longer needed. I've just learned to appreciate that and not freak out when I see hair falling out of coming out of the shower. It happens. Trims also are needed, so every 3 to 5 months, I believe, or 3 to 6 months, just depending on your hair, is usually when you need to get a trim, or it's suggested or it's recommended. I choose healthy hair over length. As you can see, I've had medium length hair, I've had short hair. I haven't really had long hair just yet, but I know it's coming if that's in my journey. But I'm not stressing about things that are in the future, things that I can't touch yet. What I'm working with is the health and the wellness of my journey, and that includes my hair. So, you know, if I have a lot of shrinkage, that's okay with me. You know, if I can stretch it to a substantial length, sure, but I'm not going to use excessive heat to do it, because I enjoy my hair in its healthiest state. Keeping my hair moisturized and soft, which is something that is also played into getting to know your regimen, getting to know your routine, so that way your hair is more manageable. Your hair is more manageable when it's moisturized, when it's softer to the touch. So when you're and it all depends on the products. Like some products do not have great slip. It causes you to pull at your strands more harder than normal, and it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, my hair is just unmanageable, my hair is being ridiculous, my hair is being so disrespectful right now. But again, it's the products that you're using to hydrate, moisturize, and soften your hair. And I actually do have a video, shameless plug, not shameless anyway, that talks about hydrating versus moisturizing versus anti-frizz shampoos, and I will link that up above so that you can see that and have a review of that for yourself. Finger detangling. Finger detangling has been my best method yet. I'm not into the, well, at first I was into the tools, which is the combs, the brushes, but that was just because that's what I was seeing. But when I got used to my hair and I realized that it's my hair and no one else has my hair, and I got quickly accustomed to what my hair can do, I understood that my hair likes my fingers, likes my touch, likes my caressing, nurturing nature. So I do enjoy finger detangling better than combs or brushes, because sometimes tools such as combs and brushes tend to take out more hair than needed. So finger detangling has worked for me. Styling my hair often, okay, that's something that I've learned literally in this just a short span of being a loose natural from combing out my locks. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link that video above. But styling my hair as often, which means basically not necessarily putting a whole bunch of products in it as each time, but more so wetting it, getting the hydration of the moisture from water. Okay, now there's this debate about whether water is moisturizing or not. To me, it's very hydrating, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But just the hydration from water, hydrating my strands, loosening up my follicles, having a natural shrinkage. I am learning to enjoy and appreciate the styles that I do when my hair is moist, when my hair is properly maintained, when my hair is properly hydrated. So styling my hair as often gets me used to my curl pattern, gets me used to my hair density, gets me used to my hair texture, and it also allows me to have this uniform but untamed look. Okay, so basically that brings me to my next point, is how keeping a uniform but frizzy look. I like how neatly you can do your hair, but then I also appreciate how the voluminous it can be, how frizzy it can be, and the shrinkage. So I've learned to enjoy all the different stages of styling my hair. Heat and blow dryer. Okay, so with heat, at first I was always scared to use heat because of just how everybody's seen the videos of somebody having heat damage with their hair from using excessive amount of heat. And when you think of heat, some in my retrospect, I was thinking of blow dryers. So I was like, oh my goodness, let me not ever use blow dryers because that's heat and it can damage my hair. But really, it's more so about the pressure mixed with heat. So if you have a lot of tension on your hair, such as a straightener or a flat iron or a straight comb or whatever you use, then that causes a lot of tension and pressure on your hair, which can cause heat damage because you're flattening out those curls. You're putting pressure on those curls to become more looser in the way it looks, in the way it feels, in its texture, right? And its pattern is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so mixing like heat with tension causes heat damage. Okay, but just using a blow dryer every so often or whenever you style your hair, It's not going to cause heat damage. Gels. I used to be so afraid of gels. Like, just the fact that gels can be so drying. And I remember, short story, but I had this, my hair fell out in the year of 2015 or 2014. I think it was 2015 though. My hair fell out and I had to cut it all off unexpectedly. But it was because of I was using grease on my hair and I wasn't using anything under it, like no moisturizer or anything like that. But in my head, I was like, this grease literally just took my hair out. But in actuality, my hair was just dry. So when your hair is dry and you're putting grease on top of it, or you're putting gel on top of it, something that has a hard, firm hold, of course it's going to break those strands naturally, at least for my hair in my experience, okay? And I take my experiences seriously because I don't want my hair to just break off unexpectedly one morning I wake up and I have patches missing from my hair. So that just brought me to my point of how I was just so afraid to use gels. So I'm like, gels are very drying, gels are not moisturizing. You know, I'm having all these assumptions about gels, not realizing how to use it. Gels are stylers, not a moisturizing mechanism, depending on what gel you use. Now, I've seen gels that have moisturization traits within them. So depending on whether it has aloe or some type of oil or some type of cream or whatever the case may be, it just depends on the styler. Sticking with a routine to keep the curls intact and forever forming. Yes, that brings me to the point of how I style often, or I do style often, to basically keep my curls forming, keep my curls intact, keep my curls looking the way I want them to. Sticking with a routine as far as in moisturizing my hair, putting leave-ins in my hair, milks in my hair. I mean, all these things my hair just gravitates to. And these are things I didn't know, but these are things I'm learning and sticking with, because it's like, if this is helping my hair flourish, this will help my hair grow. And if this will help my hair grow, this will help my hair retain its length, retain its moisture, and overall be healthy. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate you stopping by. If you like this video and you agree with some of the things I was saying, give this video a big thumbs up. Show me that you are appreciating the things that I am saying and laying down. I definitely want to see you here back again, so don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Let's get to 600. If not, we're going to shoot for the stars, right? Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. We're up there in the numbers, but I want us to be climbing as each week and each video that I put out there. So I'm going to do my part, but I would so much appreciate if you guys would help me and do your part. Excuse me. By sharing, reposting, or even just spreading the knowledge to someone else. Hey, go check out her page. You know, she's pretty quirky. She has a lot of good information, and, you know, she wants you to get to know your hair first before anything else, right? That's my main objective, is for you to understand what works for you. Because like I always say, if we're not helping each other grow, we're depleting our human race, and that is something sad to see in this world today. So let's help each other out, okay? Thank you guys again. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. Peace.